My life as a mustard gas survivor. I used to think scars were only on the skin. Then, one day, a yellow-brown cloud rolled over the horizon and took the life I knew. This is my life as a survivor of a mustard gas attack. Before the gas, my life was simple. I woke up to the sound of distant traffic and birds on the window ledge. I worried about small things: deadlines, bills, what to cook for dinner, my phone battery. I had a body I barely thought about. Breathing was automatic. Seeing was automatic. Walking across the street was just walking. I never imagined that one ordinary day could cut my life into before and after. The day of the attack started like any other. The sky was clear, people went to work, kids went to school. The city hummed its usual song. Then the sound changed. Sirens, shouting, a strange smell in the air, sharp and bitter, like burning rubber and garlic mixed with metal. People were running, but didn't know where to run. We didn't see bullets, we didn't see flames, only a pale, dirty cloud sliding along the ground, hugging the streets, crawling under doors. Someone screamed gas. I heard the word, but I didn't understand it until my skin began to burn. It started with my eyes, a sting, then a knife, then fire. I blinked, but blinking made it worse, as if sand and glass were grinding under my eyelids. My throat tightened, and breathing felt like dragging air through broken glass. Every breath was a choice: breathe and burn, or hold and suffocate. My skin itched, then blistered. Yellow fluid, red patches, raw flesh. I felt my own body turning into something fragile and unfamiliar. Time dissolved. Seconds stretched into hours, and the only things that existed were pain, confusion, and the taste of fear on my tongue. I don't remember exactly how I got out. One moment I was crawling, the next I was on a stretcher, somebody's gloved hands touching my skin as if it might fall apart. The hospital smelled of antiseptic and plastic, but my nose still carried the ghost of the gas. Every smell reminded me of that cloud. They cut my clothes off and washed chemicals from my body with cold water. I heard words like blister agent, airways, cornea. I heard the word mustard and thought of food. Then I saw their faces and understood it was something else. Days blurred into nights. Bandages were changed, skin peeled. My eyes stayed closed for so long, I forgot what my own hands looked like. When I finally opened my eyes, the world was not the same. It was dimmer, hazier, like someone had smeared fog over reality. They gave me a mirror, and I almost refused it. When I finally looked, I met a stranger. Scars like rivers across my skin, patches of discoloration, eyes always on the edge of tears because they were so dry and damaged. I realized that I hadn't just survived an attack, I had been rewritten by it. This was my new body, a map of what happened that day. People ask about the burns, the scars, my eyesight. They rarely ask about the nights. At night, my lungs remember the gas. I wake up gasping, convinced the room is filling with that same invisible poison, even when the air is clean. In crowded places, a strange smell can send me straight back to that street, that cloud, those screams. My heart races, my hands shake, my brain whispers run, even when there is nowhere to run. The attack ended in a few minutes. Surviving it takes the rest of my life. My mornings now start with medicine. Inhalers, eye drops, creams. My body is a schedule I have to follow if I want to get through the day. I move slower in the sun because my damaged skin burns easily. I wear long sleeves, even in warm weather. People stare sometimes. Some look away. I plan my routes and avoid certain factories, certain smells, certain areas. Toxic air is no longer an idea to me. It's a memory etched into my lungs. Every breath is a small victory, and every step outside is an act of courage. Some people vanished after the attack, as if my scars were contagious. Others stayed and learned how to help me change bandages, how to calm me during panic, how to sit with me on the bad days without asking for details. I lost a version of myself that was easy to be around, always available, always ready to go. Now I cancel plans because my lungs are tight or my eyes can't handle bright light. I've learned who can stand to look at the new me and who only wants to remember the old one. I survived, and that word can be heavy. Survived compared to who? Compared to the ones who died on the street? Compared to those who never came back from the hospital? I carry anger. Anger at whoever ordered the gas. Anger at whoever built it. Anger at the idea that someone sat in a room and approved a weapon designed to melt skin and lungs. Sometimes I feel guilty for living when others didn't. Sometimes I feel guilty for not being able to live the way I used to. Being a survivor isn't just about being alive. It's about negotiating every day with what was done to you. For a long time, I didn't want to talk about it. Every word tasted like smoke, and every memory felt like reopening a wound. But silence protects the wrong side. Silence protects those who made the gas, bought it, stored it, launched it. Now I speak. I speak in classrooms, in small rooms with folding chairs, in front of cameras. I tell people what it feels like when your own breath betrays you, when the air turns against you. My voice is not revenge. My voice is a warning. This must never happen again, to anyone, anywhere. I notice things I used to ignore. The cool weight of clean air in my lungs on a quiet morning, the way sunlight feels on my face through a window, the sound of a child laughing on a bus. I count these small things carefully, like a person counting coins. Each one is valuable. Each one is proof that I'm still here. My body is not what it was. My mind is not what it was. But there are still moments that feel soft, kind, almost normal. My life as a mustard gas survivor is not a heroic story. It's a story of damage and adaptation, of loss and stubbornness. If you're watching this from a safe place, remember, safety is not an accident. It's a choice societies make or fail to make. I survived once when my lungs burned and my skin blistered. Now I survive every day by telling this story, hoping that somewhere, someone who has the power to choose will choose differently. This is what it means to live after the gas. This is what it means to survive.